Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome to another video. I got some Modern Warfare Remastered gameplay for you guys, and I want to specifically talk about just Call of Duty games in general and how each multiplayer for every Call of Duty game plays differently from one another. And you know, some of the main reasons for that being is, like, of course, the multiplayer maps layout, which are big ones, right? It's definitely the multiplayer maps, the weapons being used, and of course the health on your guys' character, and of course kill streaks. You know, kill streaks play a big role in Call of Duty. All those play a big factor in every single Call of Duty game's multiplayer, which means that the multiplayer is gonna be played out in a specific way. You know, like the more recent Call of Duty games we get, the more faster paced they start to become. You know, more and more people are starting to be aggressive in the game. People are rushing, you know, to the objective a lot quicker than what they used to be back in Call of Duty days and stuff like that. But you know, just recently I hopped onto Modern Warfare Remastered. You know, I'm taking a break from Infinite Warfare. Thought I'd try Modern Warfare Remastered out, and I really like Modern Warfare Remastered. It's a good game, but the problem is that I thought that I was going to be good at the game because it's boots on the ground, and I'm pretty decent when a Call of Duty game is boots on the ground, but I suck. You know, I found out that I was terrible. I was not doing very good in my matches, and I realized to myself that I've never played Call of Duty 4 before. I mean, I have played it. I've played its campaign, of course, and I've also played its multiplayer for a little bit, though. I've only played Call of Duty 4's multiplayer for a little bit. So to me, Modern Warfare Remastered is a new Call of Duty game, and it's a totally new Call of Duty game to me, and it plays so much differently than any Call of Duty game I've ever played before. You know, the multiplayer maps are designed so much differently than what we see now. I don't really know how to explain it, but they really are designed differently than what we see now. They're like the multiplayer maps from Call of Duty 4 are kind of like areas you would see in real life. That's how I like to think of it. Like, they seem like areas you'd see in real life. And where now in the modern Call of Duty games, the design layouts are more like whatever the developers think will make a better map flow or something. You know, I don't really know how to explain the multiplayer maps. You know, I don't really know how to explain their designs, but I do know for sure that Call of Duty 4's or Modern Warfare Remasters, which one you guys want to prefer, that those multiplayer maps are so much different than what I've experienced. You know, like a bog, for example. That map is totally wide open. Everybody's sniping each other across the map. Everybody's using their assault rifles or light machine guns with stopping power, all that kind of stuff. It's absolutely chaos. Bog is absolute chaos. You'll just get sniped across the map super easily. There's also like the map District, which isn't a very popular map, but it's like a food market map, you know, with like street corners and stuff like that. I don't really know how to describe the maps, but they play so much differently. Like the Modern Warfare Remastered maps take like the kind of like more precision and tactile play. That's like how you play it, with tactile and precision gameplay. That's really how I think of Modern Warfare Remastered. You kind of have to lay low. You can't really rush in Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm so used to rushing in Call of Duty. I'm so used to rushing to the objective, to the enemy spawn and stuff like that, but you can't do that in Modern Warfare Remastered. It's just not, that's just not how the game's played, and that's specifically why I'm not very good at the game, is because I'm so used to rushing to enemy spawn, but you can't do that in Modern Warfare Remastered. You'll just get slaughtered. It's no way you can do that. And I just want to say that every Call of Duty game just plays differently, and I kind of realize that now. Like Call of Duty Ghosts, you know, Call of Duty Ghosts, I actually wasn't a very aggressive player in Call of Duty Ghosts. Sometimes I was, but normally I was more of a laid-back person when I played Ghosts as multiplayer, and that's probably why I was good at the game, and maybe that's also the secret to being good at Call of Duty. Don't just be rushing all the time thinking you're going to get some cool quad feeds with your sniper or something like that, you know. You have to stay back and know where people spawn, you know. Of course, knowing where people spawn is a big part of, like, knowing multiplayer maps and how well you know Call of Duty in general, but yeah, you know, and like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2 is like a rushing Call of Duty game in my opinion. Like, you can seriously rush the enemy spawn anytime you want in Black Ops 2, mostly because the health is super high in that game, and it takes forever just to shoot an enemy and kill him. That's just my opinion about the game. I don't know. And then of course we have Call of Duty games like Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, and of course Black Ops 3 that have totally different movement systems from the other boots on the ground Call of Duty games. We've got like exosuits and jetpacks, which totally changes the way the game plays, you know. I mean, every Call of Duty game is just different. It's just totally plays differently, and I just want to put that out there, you guys. I just want to let you know that every Call of Duty game plays differently. So the next Call of Duty game is going to be Call of Duty World War II, right? I don't really know how the game is going to be played. I mean, of course, I've seen gameplay of it on YouTube because of people who went, like, flew over to LA and played it at the E3 event, but you know, I'm not really sure exactly how that game's going to be played. Not to mention, of course, weapons, map layout, kill streaks play a big role in Call of Duty. So, like in Call of Duty World War II, we're going to be having a lot of assault rifles that are going to be semi-automatic because this game is going to take place in World War II. There's going to be, of course, submachine guns, but the weaponry is going to be totally different than, of course, what we see in futuristic Call of Duty games or in like Modern Warfare Remastered, right? And this is a World War II Call of Duty game. It's going to be playing a lot differently than what we see in the past, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, I'm pretty excited for World War II. I'm pretty excited how it's going to be played out. I think it's going to be a great Call of Duty game. It seems like everybody who's tried it out at E3 likes it so far, so that's good. Now I just got to wait for the beta to come out, and I'll have to go ahead and play it and see what the game is like. So yeah, just putting it out there, you guys. Every Call of Duty game's multiplayer is going to be played differently from one another because of its weapons, maps layouts especially, kill streaks, and of course, I mean, I guess depends on the health for the player character, because I mean, the only reason why I mentioned the health for your character is because in Black Ops 2, the health was absolutely like super high in that game, and I just didn't really like that very well. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a rating for what you guys feel this video deserves, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Call of Duty videos later in the future, and of course, comment down below. What do you guys think of Call of Duty games multiplayer? Like, do you guys agree with me? Do you think all of them play differently? Even though Call of Duty is kind of the same game every year, you know? I mean, kind of. It kind of is. I mean, not really anymore now that we had like these new movement systems, so it's not really the same game. But you know, when we play a Call of Duty game, we know a Call of Duty game when we see one, right? But even though they're all Call of Duty games, all those multiplayers to me just play differently. So I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. And like I said before, subscribe to my channel for more Call of Duty videos later in the future. And I shall catch you guys later.